Windows Server 2025 is offered in several editions to meet different infrastructure needs. The main ones are Standard, Datacenter, Azure Edition, and Essentials. Each is tailored for specific use cases, from on-prem environments to hybrid cloud infrastructures. Let us start with Standard Edition. The Standard Edition is ideal for general-purpose servers. It supports up to 2 virtual machines and uses core-based licensing. It's best for smaller deployments that don't require advanced features like storage spaces direct or shielded VMs. Then Datacenter Edition. Datacenter Edition is designed for highly virtualized environments. It allows unlimited VMs per license and includes features like storage replica and software-defined networking. It's the go-to for enterprise-scale data centers. Your decision between the Standard and Datacenter editions should be based on how many virtual machines you plan to run and whether you need advanced features like storage replica or software-defined networking. Then Azure Edition. Azure Edition is built for hybrid and cloud-connected environments. It includes features exclusive to Azure infrastructure, like SMB over quick and hot patching. This edition is typically used with Azure Stack HCI and is offered as a subscription. Then the smaller one. The Essentials Edition is for very small organizations. It supports up to 25 users and 50 devices and is designed to be easy to deploy and manage. It has a simplified licensing model and a more limited feature set. Let's talk about how licensing works in Windows Server 2025. It's not based on the number of servers or CPUs. It's based on the number of physical CPU cores. Now, a physical CPU is the actual chip inside your server, the one you can touch with your hand. Each CPU can have multiple cores. For example, one CPU might have 8 cores, 12 cores, or even more. To license Windows Server, Microsoft requires a minimum of 8 cores per CPU and at least 16 cores per server, even if your server has fewer. You'll also need client access licenses, or CALs, for every user or device accessing the server. And if you're using the Azure Edition, it follows a subscription model that's billed through Azure. How to choose the right edition, assess your workloads, virtualization plans, and hybrid cloud needs. Microsoft offers tools to help you estimate and compare licensing costs across editions. We will explore this tool later. In this exercise, let's imagine we are deploying Windows Server 2025 Standard on a server that has 2 processors, and each processor has 12 cores. Now let's look at what you need to figure out. First, how many core licenses are required? Second, how many CALs or client access licenses are needed if 30 users will access the server? And third, compare the cost estimate between the Standard and Datacenter editions based on these requirements. Let's do the math. This server has 2 CPUs. Each CPU has 12 cores. So in total, we have 24 physical cores. Microsoft requires that you license at least 8 cores per CPU and at least 16 cores per server. Our server meets that rule. Microsoft sells licenses in packs of 2 cores. So to license 24 cores, we divide 24 by 2. That means we need 12 core license packs. That's your licensing requirement for the server. To recap, Windows Server 2025 offers editions for every size and style of infrastructure. Understanding their differences ensures you pick the best fit for your needs. In our next video, we'll cover installation and deployment methods. Stay tuned.